Okay, so just to go ahead for the interest of time and get started, the conference is October 26th and the 27th. I think you guys know. And one of the key things I wanted to highlight about the EPI conference is that this conference is different from any other conference that you probably have been in the past. It is more structured like an executive MBA program. It was structured like that on purpose, which means the conference is more so focused on you and making sure that we help you answer your questions and answer your needs at this conference. It's not about long intros. It's not about hearing about all of the wealth and gains that the leaders or the speakers have had or obtained. We're spending the majority of the time working through real life issues that you're facing in your business today. Okay, so the point of me stressing that is if you do not come prepared, which means researching who these individuals are up front, knowing where they're good at and knowing how they can help your business, it's going to be, you're going to miss out on the real opportunity of this conference because we're not going to spend a lot of time on them. It's really going to be about you. So the first thing is to make sure that you visit the website and research the bios and get to know as much as possible about the speakers prior to coming so that when you're meeting with them, you know exactly how they can help you in your business or whatever concerns or issues that you have, how they can jump in and help you be successful there. So that's the first thing I wanted to make sure to highlight. Make sure that you research all of the speakers. The second piece I wanted to highlight is that, again, we're focusing on how we can help businesses. So you should, prior to coming, think about where in business you struggle the most. What is it that you keep hitting your head on? Where are you trying to change? Where are you trying to grow? What has been your biggest challenge in business? And work on articulating that. And so as you enter into the different master classes, as you guys know, we have the art of closing multi-million-dollar deals. We have shifting your mindset to win. And then we have the think tank. You should be thinking up front now about questions as it relates to your business that are tied to those master classes so that you're not just sitting there, that you're fully engaged and you're in the game ready to win. Because you don't want to spend time, these master classes are an hour and a half long except for the think tank. The think tank is actually 3 hours long. But the hour and a half long sessions may sound long, but they're really short once we start getting in and digging deep into each person's case study. So you want to make sure that you get in there and you make the most out of the time that you have with the individuals that are there in front of you. Okay. Any questions at all about the masterclass? So just to kind of quickly give you guys an overview of how the conference will be structured up front so you know exactly what to expect. When you guys arrive on Friday, if you are a VIP, you will receive information on the VIP reception. That is a perfect time for you to have one-on-one time with that person that can help you in the area of business that you're struggling in. So again, this is why it's so important for you to research the speakers up front so you know exactly who you need to be making beelines to at the receptions that can help you. This is some offline time where you can have some, you know, private one-on-one time to talk with them. So that's Friday night. Saturday morning, registration begins at 7:15. You guys will have breakfast during that time. So from 7:15 to around 8, registration happens. You'll have breakfast. You'll come in. You'll meet the other people that are at your table. If you are a VIP registrant, you can select whose table you want to sit at. So that's another reason why you want to research the different influencers, because you want to sit at a table with someone that can potentially help you in your area of study or your area of business that you're struggling in. So make sure you research those individuals. And if you have not sent in your table selections, you need to get them into Jocelyn by tonight. If everyone on the call, you guys do have the prep letter, right? That was sent out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If you don't have the prep letter with the information that I'm talking about now, definitely contact me afterwards so I can make sure you get the prep letter. But the prep letter has Jocelyn's email address, and it also has the influencers that will be available at the tables. It is important that you guys choose the right table to sit at, because you will be with them the entire conference, and you can have sidebar conversations while the master classes are happening that can actually help you during that time. So don't go after who's popular. Go after who's good in the area that you're trying to excel in. And the only way for you to be able to know that is to research each of them. I have a question from Priscilla, who asked if she's able to select more than one influencer. I would highly recommend that you do, Priscilla, because in the event that your first influencers table is full, we'll have a second choice, or whatever the case may be. But you probably want to put down there who your first, second, or third choice is on your influencer table. But if you have not sent that over to Jocelyn by tonight, we need it. Otherwise, what's going to happen is that we're just going to, place you where we think where we think you should go, whereas versus where you may think that you may want to be seated. So, and that's one of the perks about being a VIP. You are able to select your table settings. So make sure you take advantage of that. The other piece I want to talk about is limiting your social media. I think we're all going to be really excited about being there, and we should definitely catch some great social media shots. And we want to blow up EpiCon 2018 as much as possible. But at the same token, while the sessions are going on, we need to be fully engaged in those sessions to make sure that you're getting the full value of what. I see your question, Dr. Wade. I'll get to you in just a second. To make sure you get the full value of what you're paying for. Danielle, you said you can't hear me. Can everyone else hear me?
I can hear, yes.
Okay. Danielle, you still can't hear me? All right. I don't know, Danielle. Okay, so Priscilla said she can hear me. I'm not quite sure, Danielle, what may be going on. Sharon Anthony can hear me. Yvette can hear me. Maybe you may want to, hang up and maybe join back in, because I'm not quite sure. All right, I'm just moving my phone around so I can make sure. I apologize for all of this, guys. I've been running all day. Okay, so the next piece I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of is, Dr. Wade, you asked the question, what should you bring? What types of materials should you bring? You primarily want to bring yourself and probably a pen, okay? But everything else you will have, and it will be supplied for you at the conference. I really just want you to come. I want you to bring your notebook with your questions already prepared in advance related to your business. I don't want you to, stress anything else, but just come prepared with some real detailed issues and questions as it relates to your business. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. If not, just send a note down the bottom and I'll try to respond to that. But again, as far as social media is concerned, we want you to promote the fact that we're having an event and we're having a great time, but I don't want you to get so caught up into social media postings and taking some pictures of your seat that you don't focus on what's going on. Priscilla, you can bring your laptop. It's not necessarily needed. It just depends on if that's how you prefer to take notes, etc. You don't necessarily need your laptop for this session. But if it's something there that you may want to display with the folks that are going to be in the room, you may decide to do that. But it's not needed. The other piece I do want to stress is that while the master classes are happening, there please do not Facebook Live or Instagram Live any of those sessions. Those sessions are private. Those sessions are the reasons why you guys paid to be there. So, you know, if the folks aren't there, they're just not there. You can always give great reviews about what happened after the fact, but please, out of the integrity of the conference, please do not record the master classes or the epic moments. So when you guys first come there, you will register, you'll come in, you'll have breakfast, and then we'll move straight into epic moments. Epic moments are our version of TED Talks. So we have 3 selected individuals that will present during the epic moment time. The first 20 minutes, they will present, and they're going to talk about that moment that changed the trajectory of their life. What was that thing that happened that actually just shifted their entire life completely around? And then they'll be open for 20 minutes of Q&A. So what you'll end up finding is that these epic moments reside in each of us. All of us have had similar experiences and or trouble or struggles or things of that nature, but we may not have felt comfortable enough talking to other people about it. This is an opportunity for you to listen to what they've gone through. You may be going through it right now. And then asking those deep questions. And I've told all the speakers they have to be extremely transparent about their walk and what they went through in order to help the people in the room overcome something that may be very similar to what they're struggling with at that moment. Okay? So that's what the epic moments will entail. Then we'll move directly into the power brunch where we'll have our speakers, Gerard Smith, and our keynote speaker will be Dr. Christopher Chappelle. He's going to be talking about living to win. And then after that, we go into our master class. Can everyone mute their phone, please? You hear kids or something in the background, just out of the integrity of everyone else.
That's me. Working on that now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. How do I mute my phone? Is that better?
Yes, slightly better, yes.
Okay.
So, and then Dr. Chappelle will speak, and then we move into our master classes. The first master class will be the art of closing multi-million-dollar deals. This is the time for you guys to come forward with questions that you have and questions that you've been battling with and struggling with in your business. So it's going to be very important that you guys research the speakers in advance and then think about your areas that you're struggling with closing those deals, those multi-million-dollar deals that will take your business to the next level. The next master class is the art of, the shifting your mind to win. The same thing, research, make sure you have your questions. Because again, in order for this conference to be successful, it's dependent on you guys, because I've structured this where it's not about them being up front talking about them. It's about you coming to the front. There will be a microphone, and you will tell us what your areas of struggle are in that area, and we are there to dissect and work. You should leave that microphone with some detailed answers on things to try to work on in your business. And then lastly is the think tank, the Chronology think tank. And the Chronology think tank is the premium masterclass. That is going to be 3 hours long versus an hour and a half. It is structured for 6 of our VIPs. So if you are a VIP and you would like to present your business, you will have 30 minutes before some business influencers, some investors, business coaches, etc., to present your business and your area of concern for your business. And during that 30 minutes that's allotted to your business, we will walk through how to restructure your business to be successful. One of the things I talked about in the prep letter is come with thick skin. This conference is all about winning, and winning requires you to be open to feedback, open to change. And if you're going to be extremely sensitive about that, you're not going to be able to change and look at other avenues to be successful in business. So with that being said, we only can accept 6 individuals to present at the think tank. I don't know what's going. Can somebody please?
Just a second, please.
Okay. So,
Answer phone is on. It's already on.
I'm sorry. Okay. So, as I was mentioning before, what I'm trying to do is make sure you guys are ready for the think tank. We only can take 6 individuals to present at the think tank. So if you are interested in being one of the 6 presenters, I need for you guys to send in the prep letter. It tells you you would need to send over your name, the name of your business, how long you've been in business, what's your product or service, and what are your areas that you're struggling in. From that, you will submit that. That needs to be submitted by Thursday. We actually gave the timeline of the 15th, but some of you guys have yet to get that in. So if you are interested, we need to have it no later than Thursday. And then this weekend, the board and myself will review those submissions, and then we will contact you on Monday if you've been selected to present during the think tank. Now, when you present during the think tank, you want to be creative on your presentations. I think most of you guys have probably seen Shark Tank before, things of that nature. You want to be very creative. You want to, if you have a sample of the product that you want to show, if you have a PowerPoint pitch or whatever it is, think about how you can capture the attention of the presenter so you can grab them in. And for those who are not presenting during the think tank, it's still an awesome time for you to learn more about your business, because the same issues and problems that they're facing, 9 times out of 10, you're facing those same issues within your business. So you can learn by being a spectator of some of the questions that are being asked, some of the procedures and process changes. All those things will be very important. Even if you are not selected to present, you can still learn a lot from being present. And by the way, you guys can participate in the Shark Tank. You may not be in the think tank. You may not be up front with the presenters, but you can always raise your hand, add comments of things that have worked for you and your business. If it was something about the person who presented that wasn't quite clear, you needed more clarity as a viewer, you have the opportunity to ask those questions and so forth. You're also part of the tank as well. So everyone that's in there, whether you're presenting, whether you're one of the reviewers, or you are attendee, all of those folks are required to be fully engaged in order for it to be successful. So any questions about the think tank? So if you guys are selected, well, whoever is selected to be part of the think tank, you will be notified on that Monday. And if you have a presentation that you want to have displayed for AV purposes at the conference, you would need to get that to me by the 23rd. I would need to have that in order to submit that over to the production team, the AV team, in case if you have some PowerPoint slides or whatever, you just would need to get that to me by the 23rd. But we would contact you immediately to let you know if your business has been selected to be a part of the think tank. I think I covered, and you guys have received the information in regards to any dietary restrictions. So if you have received that and have not responded, please respond back to us ASAP so we can make sure that we honor that as much as possible. Jocelyn, is there anything else that I'm forgetting?
No, I think the influencer table, just to reiterate what Ebony has stated, we need to know prior to Saturday. Did you give a cutoff date when we need to know whose table we would like to be seated at?
Tonight.
Tonight, okay. That needs to be received tonight. And no, I think you covered it all.
Okay, so Ravi says she has not received any conference details. So Ravi, Ginger.
Yes.
Ravi hasn't received any conference details, so we need to make sure that she get the prep letter. Dr. Wade says she hasn't either. So we need to make sure that they receive the prep letter. Anyone else on the call that have not received the prep letter? We have Dr. Alyssa Wade and Ravi who have not received. Anyone else? I think, okay, Priscilla, you said something. Can you let me see if I can go back and see what the questions are. I'm on my phone so I can.
We need them to confirm their emails to make sure that we have the correct emails for them, because we sent it out to everyone.
Okay. Okay, you see Ravi's email down at the bottom?
Okay.
Dr. Wade, can you put your email at the bottom? And Priscilla, did you ask a question? I saw something flash on my screen and then it went away.
Thank you.
Priscilla, you asked a question and went away, so I didn't see it.
Yes, I was asking, do we get a confirmation email from Jocelyn about our table influences? Because I sent it a couple of days ago. I just want to make sure that she received it.
I'm here, Priscilla, your table selection. What is your last name? I'm sorry.
It's Bartee, B-A-R-T-E-E. That's Bartee.
Yes, you requested to be seated with Dr. Stribling. I have it.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Any other questions from anybody else on the call that we can answer? Is this for VIP? Danielle asked, is what for VIP? Danielle, the Shark Tank? The Think Tank?
Can you hear me?
I can. Okay, so Friday, I see people are asking about the influencer tables and Friday. So let me explain something. Friday night, there is a private VIP reception. And Saturday night, there's a private VIP reception. And yes, those are for VIPs only, as well as the influencers.
Okay.
And then the influencer table, that is also for VIPs only. So if you are VIP, you get to select whose table you will be seated at.
Okay, perfect. I feel like I'm on the email now. It has table choices at the top of it.
Yes, it does.
Okay. I'm selecting my table now.
Okay, great. Anybody else on the call that did not receive their prep letter? I want to make sure everyone has it. Okay, Sharon said, when did the prep letter go out? Ginger, when did it go out?
The prep letter have been sent out within the few past days.
It should have been about a week or so because
Mine a week ago.
yeah, it's been about a week. It's been about a week. So Sharon doesn't have one either. So can you put your email address down there, Sharon, so we can make sure you received it?
What's dirty about it?
Joycelyn Carrie Hicks is asking, did you receive her table selection?
Let me check real quick. Carrie Hicks. Yes, Carrie, I have you as well.
All right. And then did you see Sharon's email address at the bottom? Ginger. Castleberry Travel. Ginger.
I'm sorry? Oh, yes, I see them all. I'm getting them right now.
All right. Anyone else that did not get the prep letter, we need you to drop your email down at the bottom so we can make sure you have what you need. Otherwise, you will get a response from us on the 23rd, letting you know if you've been selected to attend the to present at the think tank. And then you will also receive notification right before the conference to remind you of where the hotel is, the full itinerary and the agenda. You'll be familiar with what's going on the day you show up.
Excuse me, Ebony, it's Joycelyn. Can I have, if you haven't already, can you also forward to us your responses to the food survey? We sent out a food survey requesting whether or not you had any allergies or susceptible to any food, and whether or not you were a vegetarian would be nice, as well as an emergency contact. So I have gotten some of those back, but I have not received the majority of them. If you have not received that email as well with the survey, I guess, Ebony, you guys are on the screen because I'm not on the screen. You can probably put it down there so that Ginger can capture that and resend that survey as well.
Yep. All right.
Ebony, this is Ayana. I have a question. I don't think you saw it in the chat, but it's in reference to the vendor also being those of us that are also vendors and having someone work our table. Now, do we need to provide meals for them, or will they? Okay.
Yes. So the only people so vendors are on their own as far as meals. All meals will be provided though for all of our attendees and speakers, but vendors are on their own.
Okay. Will they have an opportunity to purchase one of the meals that are there? Will they need to go out? Because I need to prep my person that's working my table.
If they are planning to actually, if you are a vendor, you're planning, just talk to me offline so I can, and they're planning to eat there so I can get the price per head to add them to what we're trying to do. So I can get the price up front.
Okay.
Because the reality of it is I have to give a head count to the service, so they need to know. And so at this point in time, I did not include vendors in any of the counts.
Okay, thanks.
So let's talk offline about that. Any other questions from folks on the line?
Okay, I'm looking at the table choices. I know some of them are doctors, plastic surgeons, things like that. Do you have anyone in childcare or childcare funding, anything like that? Bankers?
There's so what you want to do is go through, have you looked at their bios? Their bios are in detail on the website. So I would highly suggest that you go to the website and read through the bios in detail, because it's not specifically childcare. It could be someone that has, funding, or it could be someone who's looking to invest in, something. So just read through all of those in detail. The bios are very, very exhaustive, so you should be able to see what you need there.
Okay. I just selected Dr. Mila, but I can make a new selection. I'll try to have that to you guys tonight.
Okay.
Oh, this is Danielle Paul, by the way.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Danielle.
Elevator.
Any other comments or questions? This is the time. I've been getting a lot of off-record text messages or inboxes and so forth. So as you guys know, we're right at the finish line for the conference. So my time is pretty limited with being able to answer a lot of sidebar texts or inboxes. So that's why I wanted to have the call now to be able to answer any questions that you guys may have, because I won't be able to really dig deep into anything until the conference, because I'm head down with trying to make sure this is an unbelievable experience. So attire, great question, Nicole. It's business casual, so please don't come with jeans and t-shirts on, but you don't have to be dressed like you're going to church either, but just comfortable. It's a business conference, so come in business casual attire. The reception, Friday night, you probably just want to wear something cute, cocktail-y, a cute little black dress or something like whatever. But even if you want to do business attire, for that, you could, but it's not casual at all.
Okay.
That's a good question.
And you want to keep in mind, because the people in that room are people that you should be looking at trying to potentially collaborate, close some deals with, potentially get some funding for something, long-term relationships, so you want to always come 100%.
Ebony, will
Yes.
they be looking at the whole of the business or a particular focal point in your business? Because in chronology we talked about the main business, and then offering additional services to make up the slack and all of that type of thing. So are we focused on just this main business, or are we focused on as a whole?
It just depends. No, Sharon, no +1s for the cocktail event on Friday. Only people that can attend the cocktail event are VIPs and the influencers. To answer your question, Ayana, it is on your area of focus and area of need. So if your area of focus is at your parent company or your parent level, then that's where you are going to have to, the discussion is going to be surrounded by what you present. Remember, the conference is around you guys, so there's going to be 2 microphones in the middle of the floor, and we open the floor up for questions around the art of closing multi-million-dollar deals. You, Ayana, will go to the microphone and you will say, "Hi, I'm Ayana Glaze. I'm blah, 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 blah." That's why I said, work on your elevator speech. And I am struggling with this as it relates to closing multi-million-dollar deals for my business. So wherever that, because this is not about showcasing your business, like, look at me, look at me. This is you finding areas of trouble that you want assistance with.
Okay.
Okay. And the same thing for the think tank. When you present your business to the think tank, it's all about, I'm trying to move to the next level, and this is what has been precluding me from moving to the next level.
Okay.
Should we bring our business plan? You can, because you just never know who you may end up talking to, who may want to have further discussions with you there. I will tell you that the sessions are 1.5 hours long, except for the think tank. So no one will have that long to walk through your business plan in this particular session, but you could potentially have conversations with folks offline. All right, about that. You will probably have, if you get up and speak at the session, we'll probably spend about 15 to 20 minutes per person as we dig deep into their area of questions or concerns within their business. It is also important that you guys are mindful and respectful for the other people in the room and don't monopolize the class to be all about you and your problem, because remember, there's other people that will be there that's going to need to ask questions too. So be respectful. That's why it's important to do your research up front and prepare so that your question digs deep and goes into that area that you're trying to target, so that you can ask that one question and have a seat and let someone else ask the next question. So then when you go to the next class, there's no problem with you coming back up, but it's not really fair for you to take 45 minutes of an 1-30-minute class. Okay, so Amanda says she never did receive anything on the conference, and she's one of the +1s. So Joycelyn and Ginger, please make sure that the +1s are getting their information as well.
All right.
I'm responding to Amanda now because she did send an email with a question. So we do apologize if she didn't get everything else.
I think it probably would be prudent just to go back through everybody again, because this is way too many people on here who are not getting something. So something is disconnected. So I think it probably makes sense, Ginger, to use the info at the epiconference.com email address, because that seemed to have reached the people for this call.
I know what it is. whenever someone submits a form using one email address, and sometimes people have more than one email address. So make sure that they're checking all the email addresses or accounts. I noticed that.
Okay. So yeah, guys, if you register for the conference under a different email, check that email because that's probably where your information is going to. All right. Any other questions that I can answer before we close out?
The conference is at 3000 Cumberland Boulevard, right?
That's correct. You will also receive another notification a couple of days before the conference, again, giving you the details, locations, time, be here, business casual, just the highlights of everything we discussed so that you'll be 100% prepared.
Perfect.
All right. And just so you know, for some of you guys, you may want to go ahead and book your room. I know Quincy had extended some additional rooms for us because we had some more folks coming in from out of town. We do have a special rate of $109 a night over there. And, you know, depending on how you know, the networking, you may get there that night, you know, have a, a few cocktails, and then you have to be up and ready in the morning because registration starts at 7:15. I highly encourage everyone to be on time because you don't want to miss any part of the conference because the conference builds on top of each other. The information you learn prior to that builds on the next piece and the next piece. So make sure that you're getting 100% of your experience. And it's a long day. And at the end of the day, we'll have another VIP reception with some more delicious, yummy stuff. So, don't worry about food or any of that stuff. Just come ready to learn and let's enjoy ourselves, okay?
Sounds good.
Yes.
All right. All right, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys in less than 10 days. So
very excited. Very excited.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.